Can we take us to order number 6?
Order number 5, papers. Order number 6, notices of motions.
Honourable members, today you have 3 notices of motions to be issued and read this afternoon in the sequence they appear in the order paper, and one is from Honourable Friend Kimubichi Kerema. Please, Honourable Kimubichi Kerema, take the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the purposes of record, my name is Frederick Mobichi Kirema, representing great people of Nyaki West. Take notice that High Honorable Frederick Mobichi Kirema, a member of County Assembly of Meru, representing Nyaki West Ward, and the chairperson of Selectoral Committee on Trade, Tourism, Cooperative and Enterprise Development, proposes to move the following motion in the County Assembly of Meru, that notwithstanding the provision of the standing order number 206/2, this Honorable Assembly approves a final extension of time by 55 days from the date of the approval of the motion hereof to the Selectoral Committee on Trade, Tourism, Cooperative and Enterprise Development to read its response to petition number 10 of 2023 in order to enable the committee to complete its investigations and report on the issue raised in their same petition, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Mobichi. The second one is the notice by the Deputy Leader of the Majority, Honorable Thank you, Honorable Mobichi. Then the second notice supposed to be issued by Honorable Spora, nominated member of the County Assembly of Meru and the Deputy Leader of Majority Party.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. Once again, I am Kinya Zipora, nominated in this House by UDA Party, and the Deputy Leader of the Majority Party. And Honorable Speaker, I represent the 817 women and girls of this great county. Honorable Speaker, take notice that I, Zipora Kinya, a member of the County Assembly of Meru, propose to move the impeachment motion attached here to in the County Assembly of Meru, dated 31st day of July 2024, and signed by I, Zipora Kinya, member of the County Assembly of Meru. Honorable Speaker, I beg with the support of the members of the County Assembly of Meru, whose names and signatures are indicated in Annex 1 Year 2, to move a motion for the impeachment of Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County, for 1, gross violation of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, 2, gross violation of various national and county laws, and 3, abuse of office. The specific grounds, Honorable Speaker, of impeachment are organized thematically as elaborated in subsequent numbers paragraphs in the ensuing pages of the impeachment motion. The evidence in support of the impeachment motion is set in 1, my affidavit, 2, the documents annexed to my affidavits, and 3, the witness statements / affidavits presented herewith. Preamble. Whereas 1, Article 10 and 73 of the Constitution, Section 3 and 29 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012, And Sections 9 and 10 of the Public Officers Ethics Act 2003 establish, among others, the rule of law, democracy, human dignity, courtesy, respect, inclusiveness, equality, human rights, integrity, professionalism, non-discrimination, good governance, transparency, and accountability as part of the national values and principles of government. 2, Article 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution require state officers at all times, whether in public or private life, to behave in a manner that, among others, brings honor to the nation and the dignity to the office that the state officer holds. 2, demonstrates discipline and commitment in service to the people. And 3, promotes public confidence in the integrity of the office. Number 3, Article 75 of the Constitution, Honorable Speaker, provides that a state officer shall behave, whether in public or and official life or in private life or in association with other persons, in a manner that avoids demeaning the office the officer holds. And a person who contravenes this provision may be dismissed or otherwise removed from office. Number 4, Article 10, 232, 235, and 236 of the Constitution, and Sections 59, 59A, 60, 62, 63, 64, and 65 of the County Government Act 2012 provide for values and principles of public service and establish an elaborate regulatory framework for the recruitment, employment, redesignation, transfer, and dismissal of county public officers within the county public offices and the role and independence of the County Public Service Board. Number 5, Article 236 provides that a public officer shall not be victimized or discriminated against for having performed the functions of the office in accordance with this Constitution or any other law, or dismissed, removed from office, demoted in rank, or otherwise subjected to disciplinary action without the due process of the law. Number 6, Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act, and Standing Order number 65 of the Standing Orders of the Assembly provide for the impeachment of county governors for inter alia: 1, gross violation of the Constitution; 2, gross violation of any other law; 3, gross misconduct; and 4, abuse of office. Number 7, the governor of MERU, as despite previous impeachment processes and warnings from the Senate, persisted in discreditable acts that singularly and collectively amount to: 1, gross violation of the Constitution; 2, gross violation of the various national and county laws; and 3, gross misconduct; and 4, abuse of office. Number 8, the discreditable acts have exposed the office of the governor, the office of the deputy governor, the assembly and its leadership, and the people of MERU County to national shame, scandal, embarrassment, ridicule, and disgrace. Honorable Speaker, public petitions, that's number 9, public petitions have been presented to the County Assembly, including petition number 5 of 2023 brought by 1,611 members of the public, and statements have been sought by members of the County Assembly on various gross violations, and instances of abuse of office by the governor, and the recommendations made by the county assembly on the gross violations. Number 10, the governor's continued stay in office has persistently undermined effective and efficient service delivery and gravely hurt the interest of the people of the county. The assembly resolves to impeach the governor under Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act, and standing order number 65 of the standing orders of the Assembly on the following grounds. Honorable Speaker, count number 1, gross violation of the Constitution and other laws. The governor has grossly violated, among others, Articles 10, 2, 27, 41, 47, 73, 2.2, 2.5, 2.6, and 251 of the Constitution. 2. Sections 10, 15, 19, and 24 of the Public Officers Edicts Act 2003. 3. Section 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 1, B, F, 21, 29, and 52 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. 4. Sections 2, 33, 45, 55, 58, 59, 59A, 63, 64, 65, and 69 of the County Government Act 2012. 5. Section 4 of the Public Appointments, that is the County Assembly's Approval Act. 6. Section 4 of the Fair Administrative Action. 7. Section 6 of the MERU County Investment and Development Corporation Act. 8. Section 9, 7B of the MERU County Revenue Board Act. And 9. Section 10, 6 of the MERU County Investment and Development Corporation. And 10, Section 19 of the MERU County Water and Sanitation Services Act by engagement, connivance, and complicity in the following. 1. Illegally revoking the appointment of CPA Virginia Kawira Mereti as the Secretary/CEO of the MERU County Public Service Board without a vote of not less than 75% of all members of the County Assembly and in usurpation of the powers of the County Assembly contrary to sections 58(4) and 5 and 59A of the County Government Act. 2. Failing to appoint the chairpersons of the MERU County Revenue Board, MERU Microfinance Corporation, MERU Youth Service Board, and MERU County Investment and Development Corporation Board as required by the law, thus failing to operationalize the said bonds, and or illegally appointing the said chairpersons without vetting and approval by the County Assembly contrary to Section 4 of the Public Appointments, that is the County Assembly's Approval Act. The respective secretariats of the said bonds continue to draw and expend public funds without duly appointed board members to exercise a supervisory role over the bond secretariats in order to ensure accountability in the spending of funds, thus jeopardizing service delivery. Number 3, Honorable Speaker, refusing to implement the recommendations and all resolutions of the County Assembly requiring the Governor to 1A, to dismiss the County Secretary, Dr. Kiambi Adero Tambora, and the Chief of Staff, Mr. Harrison Gatobu Nchambabede, from office for gross violation of the Constitution and other laws. And B, blatantly ignoring or failing to submit a report to the County Assembly on the implementation of the said recommendations within 60 days as required in the report of the County Assembly dated 23rd December 2023, contrary to Article 183(3) of the Constitution. 4, illegally dismissing Dr. Ntwaiti, CEO of the County Revenue Board, Paul Mwaki, CEO of Rika Bond, Kenneth Kimathi Bae, Managing Director of the MERU Microfinance Corporation, and Joseph Kithure Mberia, CEO, MEWAS. This in the usurpation of the powers of the appointing authorities contrary to Section 9, 7B of the MERU County Revenue Board Act and Section 10(6) of the MERU County Investment and Development Corporation Act, a result of which the county government of Meru has been slapped with costs and damages amounting to 4 million by the Employment and Labor Relations Courts. Number 5, evidence of the governor's engagement and connivance or complicity in the preceding gross violations of the Constitution and the laws are to be found in A, a letter by the governor dated 8th March 2024, illegally revoking the appointment of CPA Engineer Kawira Mireti as the Secretary CEO of the Meru County Public Service Board, a copy of which is produced on page 1 of the exhibits. B, a letter by the chairperson of the Meru County Public Service Board dated 12 March 2024 advising the governor against the illegal revocation, a copy of which is produced on page 2 to 3 of the exhibits. C, a letter by the governor to the chairperson of the Meru County Public Service Board dated 12 March 2024 in response to the advisory stated in B above, a copy of which is produced on page 4 to 6 of the exhibits. D, advisory on leave of absence by the Public Service Commission to the then Chief Officer Legal Affairs, Public Service Management and Administration dated 16th February 2023, a copy of which is produced on pages 7 and 8 of the exhibits. He, a court order dated 21st March 2024, stopping the implementation of the revocation of the appointment of CPA Virginia Kawira Mireti as the Secretary/CEO to the Meru County Public Service Board, a copy of which is produced on page 9 of the exhibits. F, a copy of the notice of motion dated 19th March 2024, a copy of which is produced on pages 10 to 42 of the exhibits. G, job advertisement under the hand of the purported chairman of the Meru County Revenue Board, a copy of which is produced on pages 43 to 46 of the exhibits. H, gazette notices showing when the board members of the respective boards were appointed, copies of which are produced on pages 47 to 52 of the exhibits. I, documents relating to Felicity Biriri and affidavit of Dr. Paul Bundi Karao on pages 53 to 57 of the exhibits. J, correspondence between the County Assembly and the Executive copies of which are produced on pages 58 to 63 of the exhibits. K, investigation report by the County Public Service Board dated 8 January 2024, a copy of which is produced on pages 64 to 88 of the exhibits. L, advisory dated 22nd December 2022 by the County Public Service Board, a copy of which is produced on page 89 of the exhibits. M, a report by the Joint Committee on Labor, Public Service, Social Welfare, and Justice, Legal Affairs and Cohesion dated 13th December 2023, a copy of which is produced on page 90 to 145 of the exhibits. N, payslips for County Secretary Dr. Kiambi Aderu Thambura and the Chief of Staff Mr. Harrison Gatobu Nchamba Bebe, copies of which are produced on pages 146 to 158 of the exhibits. O, correspondence between the Assembly and the County Public Service Board on various requests for information, copies of which are produced on page 159 to 161 of the exhibits. P, a copy of the decree given on 22nd May 2024 by the Employment and Labor Relations Court at MERU, a copy of which is produced on pages 162 to 163 of the exhibits. Q, correspondence relating to the broadened workforce in the Governor's office, copies of which are produced on pages 164 to 175 of the exhibits. R, circulars / guidelines from the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee, the Transitional Authority, and the Salaries Remuneration Commission, copies of which are produced on pages 176 to 186 of the exhibits. S, documents evidencing illegal appointments, copies of which are produced on pages 187 to 205 of the exhibits. And T, petition to the County Assembly by the residents of MERU County, number 5 of 2023, a copy of which is produced on page 206 to 276 of the exhibits. Honorable Speaker, count number two, gross misconduct. The Governor has engaged in gross misconduct by deliberately and knowingly misleading the public by giving false information that a total of 86 million had been raised through the P-bill number 247 account number 0400 1639 17899, established after the murder of Daniel Mudiani, alias Sniper, while the correct position is that only 286,516,000 was raised, thus violating the moral and ethical requirements expected of state officers, contrary to section number 19 of the Public Officers Ethics Act and sections 29 of the Leadership and Integrity Act. Evidence of the Governor's engagement and connivance and or complicity in the preceding gross violations of the Constitution and the laws is to be found in A, video recordings which are saved in the flash disk presented herewith, and B, bank statements showing collections of 286,516,000, a copy of which is produced on pages 277 to 330 of the exhibits. Honorable Speaker, count number 3 is abuse of office. The governor has engaged in acts and omissions which singularly and collectively amount to abuse of office and gross violation of, among others, of Articles 10, Article 73, Article 21, 226(5), 232 of the Constitution, and Sections 8, 12, 13(1), and that 5 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012, and Sections 45(2) and 46 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act by the following. 1, the irregular payment of emergency call allowances to 161 doctors and medical officers using the wrong rates, leading to excessive payment of 73,340,000 contrary to Section 45(2) and 46 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act, Section 11 and 15 of the Public Officers Ethics Act, and Section 12(1) of the Leadership and Integrity Act. 9, use of manual payroll to pay personal emoluments amounting to 102.94 million, that is 3.1% of the personal emolument cost, contrary to Section 6, 7, and 6 of the County Financial Accounting and Reporting Manual. Number 10, employing a bloated workforce of at least 111 personal staff in the office of the governor, thus contributing to an increase in the wage bill by more than 500 million and an excessive wage bill that is 49%. 49%, Honorable Speaker, of the annual revenue allocation far beyond the 35% limit that is set by Section 25(1)(a) and (b) of the Public Finance Management and County Government Regulations 2015, and 11, paying Kiambi Christus Manyara, a public communications officer in the office of the governor, is full salary and benefits while in remand, and despite being accused of murder, contrary to Section 4.2 of the Public Service Commission Discipline Manual for the Public Service. Honorable Speaker, evidence of the governor's engagement and connivance or complicity in the abuse of office and the preceding gross violation of the above cited provisions of the law is to be found in A, the report of the Auditor General on the County Executive of MERU for the year ended 30th June 2023, a copy of which is produced on pages 331 to 376 of the exhibits. B, the report of the Controller of Budget on County Government's Budget Implementation Review for the first 9 months for financial year 2023-2024, dated April 2024, a copy of which is produced on pages 377 to 391 of the exhibits. C, payslips for Kiambi Christus Manyara, copies of which are produced on pages 392 to 393 of the exhibits. And D, the Public Service Commission Discipline Manual for the Public Service, a copy of which is produced on page 394 to 428 of the exhibits. And E, the the charge sheet in Kiambu High Court criminal case number E001 of 2024, a copy of which is produced on page 429 of the exhibits. And lastly but not the least, Honorable Speaker, documents relating to the appointment of Vincent Morevi Keremi in the office of the governor, copies of which are produced on pages 430 to 454 of the exhibits. And the notice is signed by me, Honorable Speaker, and it is dated that the first day of July 2024. And Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay this very important notice of motion on the table of this Honorable House.
Yes, proceed, Honorable Speaker, and every notice of motion is very important. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Then we have the third notice of motion that's supposed to be issued by the Honorable Leader Majority. Honorable Patrick Mutuma, Leader Majority, please take the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Patrick Mutuma, MCA Kisimawand, and a majority leader of this county assembly of MERU. Mr. Speaker, I beg to read the notice of proposed motion. Take notice that I, Patrick Mutuma, a member of County Assembly of MERU, representing Kisimawand and the leader of the majority party, proposes to move the following motion in the County Assembly of MERU. Aware that a notice of motion for the removal from the office of the MERU Governor County, Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, by the way of impeachment, pursuant to provision of Article 181 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Section 33 of the County Government Act 2012, and standing under number 65 during today's afternoon sitting. Further aware that standing under number 65(3) of the County Assembly of MERU, standing under orders obligate the County Assembly to consider a foreseen motion for the removal of the governor by impeachment upon expiry of 7 days of the notice is given. Cognizant of the fact that the County Assembly regularly sittings are scheduled for Tuesday and Wednesday during regular session, in the line with the provision of standing under number 31(1). Now therefore, this honorable assembly resolves that pursuant to the provision of standing under number 31(3)(c), to sit on Thursday, the 8th day of August 2024, commencing 10 a.m. for purposes of considering the special motion for the removal from the office of the county, proposes of the considering the special motion for the removal from the office the governor, MERU County, Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, by way of impeachment. The notice is signed by me, Honorable Patrick Mutuma, leader of the majority party. Mr. Speaker, I beg today.
Yes, proceed, and the majority. Thank you, Honorable Leader Majority. Crack next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Honourable members, we have 5 responses to statement before us this afternoon. And number 1 is response to statement number 14 of 2024, sought by Honorable Alimwenda Murungi from the Chairperson Secretarial Committee on Youth, Gender and Community Services on the procurement, distribution of sports uniforms for various teams within GR1 in present financial year 2023-2024. And this one is supposed to be issued by Honorable Jennifer Moroso, and I'm informed that the response is not ready. and an extension has been sought up to 6th August 2024 at 10 a.m. and that one is granted. So, Honorable Nkonja, please inform the chair accordingly. Honorable Kaimbo is in the house? Yes, Honorable Kaimbo, by the chair, please inform the chair accordingly. Then number 2, we are response to statement number 6 of 2024, sought by Honorable Joseph Mwendaidiri from the Chairperson Sector Committee on Youth, Gender and Community Services on various matters pertaining to the operations of the MERU County Alcoholic Drink Control Board in the present financial year 2023-2024. And also this one is supposed to be responded to by Honorable Jennifer Makena Morogocho, Chairperson Sector Committee on Youth, Gender and Community Services. And I'm informed also an extension has been sought for this one. So up to 7th of August 2024 to that PM. Honorable Kaimbo, please inform Honorable Jennifer Morogocho over the same. And 3, we have a further response to statement number 10 of 2024 sought by Honorable Spora Kinya from the Chairperson Sector Committee on Tourism, Cooperatives and Enterprises Development on the conduct of the annual general meeting of Kiagucha Farmers Cooperative Society held in February 2024. And this one is supposed to be brought by Honorable Prende Kimovich Kirima, Chairperson Sector Committee on Tourism, Cooperatives and Enterprise Development. And also I'm informed that also an extension for this one has been sought. So the response will be presented on Tuesday, 6th August at 10 a.m. And then 4, we have response to statement number 27 of 2023, sought by Honorable Sarome Kirito Mutua from the Chairperson Sector Committee on County Finance and ICT on the expenditure plans of one department within the executive arm of the county government of MERU within the first quarter of the financial year 2023-2024. And this one is supposed to be brought by Honorable Karen Mutede Kibuko, Chairperson Sector Committee on County Finance and ICT. And Love informed that this one has been taken back to the House Business Committee so that they can reschedule the business for another day. And then lastly, we have a statement pursuant to standing order number 45-2A on the tentative business of the Assembly for the week commencing Tuesday, 6th August 2024. And this one is supposed to be moved by the leader of the majority party, Honorable Patrick Mutuma. Honorable Patrick Mutuma, please take the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, I'm Patrick Mutuma, Majority Leader, a member representing Kisima 1. Mr. Speaker, we have a tentative business. That is a statement by Honorable Patrick Mutuma, a leader of the majority party on the tentative business of the County Assembly for the week commencing Tuesday, 6th August 2024, pursuant to standing order number 45. Honorable members, pursuant to the provision of standing order number 45-2A of the County Assembly of MERU, standing orders, this is to present to the Assembly business of the week commencing Tuesday, 6th August 2024. The House Business Committee will meet on Monday, 5th August 2024 in Committee Room 108, situated on the first floor in the Assembly of the Office block, to confirm the tentative business of the week as well as to deliberate and resolve on any new business arising. Tentatively, the following will be the businesses of the Assembly for the week. Tuesday, 6th August 2024, 10 a.m., the morning section. A notice of motion urging the department in charge of trade and cooperative within MERU County in collaboration with the other department within the county government of MERU to undertake urgent measures to support the various coffee factories within MERU County in enhancing security within their respective premises through provision of the relevant security equipment, including closed-circuit television CCTV cameras with a view of stemming the rising incidences of coffee theft within the same coffee factories to be issued and laid on the table of the Honorable Assembly. This will be done by Honorable Martin Kwame Itonga, Chairperson, Sector Committee on Labor, Public Service and Social Welfare. The Honorable Assembly will consider any other business that will have been scheduled by the House Business Committee in its preceding meetings. The House Business Committee will meet immediately. The House races for the purposes of confirming afternoon and the following days' businesses, as well as business of the following week. On Tuesday, 6th August 2024, 2:30 p.m. afternoon session, a response to statement number 7 of the 2024 sought by Honorable Zipola Kinya from the Chairperson Sector Committee on Labor, Public Service and Social Welfare on the present status of the staff and establishment within the executive arm of the county government of Meru to be presented and laid on the table of the Honorable House of the Honorable Assembly. This will be done by Honorable Martin Kwame Itonga, Chairperson Sector Committee on Labor, Public Service and Social Welfare. The Honorable Assembly will consider any other business that will have been scheduled by the House Business Committee in the preceding meetings. On Wednesday, Mr. Speaker, 7th August 2024, 10 a.m., morning section. 1, Mr. Speaker, will have a motion urging the department in charge of trained cooperatives within Meru County in collaboration with other departments within the county government of Meru to undertake urgent measures of supporting various coffee factories within Meru County in enhancing security within their respective premises through provision of the relevant security equipment, including closed-circuit television CCTV, cameras within a view of stemming the rising incidences of the coffee theft within the same coffee factories to be considered. This, Mr. Speaker, will be done by Honorable Martin Kwame Itonga, Chairperson Sector Committee on Labor, Public Service and Social Welfare. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, the Meru County Appropriation Bill, Bill number 2 of 2024, Ibrahim Mutweri, County Executive Committee, Member of Finance, Economic Planning and ICT, Committee of the whole House. That's number 2. Number 3, Mr. Speaker, the Meru County Appropriation Bill, Bill number 2, 2024, Ibrahim Mutweri, County Executive Committee, Member of for Finance, Economic and ICT. Number that, third reading, the Honorable Assembly will consider any other business that will have been scheduled by the House Business Committee at the preceding meetings. On Wednesday, 7th August 2024, 2:30 p.m., that is the afternoon section. Number 1, Mr. Speaker, will have a statement number 15 of 2024 to be sought by Honorable Ken Mugambi Neibai from the Chairperson Sector Committee on Water, Environment, Natural Resources on various issues involving the utilization of one development fund for the year 2023-2024 in the Department of Water, Irrigation, Environment, Climate Change, and Climate Change. This will be done by Honorable Ken Mugambi Neibai, a member of County Assembly representing Kianjai Ward. Number 2, on that same day, Mr. Speaker, we will have a statement pursuant to Standing Order number 45-2A on tentative businesses of the Assembly for the week commencing Tuesday, 13th August 2024, to be presented and laid on the table of the Honorable Assembly. That will be done by her, Honorable Patrick Mutuma, leader of the majority party. The Honorable Assembly will consider any other business that will have been scheduled by the House Business Committee in preceding meetings. It is signed by me, Patrick Mutuma, leader of majority party and a member of the County Assembly of Meru representing Kisima 1. Mr. Speaker, I beg to read.
Yes, proceed, Honorable Majority Leader Andre. Clerk, next order.
Order number 8, motion by leave of the House.
Honorable members, we have a motion that's supposed to be moved by Honorable Leader Majority, Honorable Patrick Mutuma. Honorable Mutuma, please take the floor and move your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, I have a motion by the leave of House. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the following motion. Aware that a notice of motion for the removal from the office of the Governor, MERU County, Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, by the way of impeachment pursuant to provision of Article 181 of the Constitution of Kenya 2030, Section 33 of County. Aware that a notice of motion for the removal from the office of the MERU, Governor MERU County, Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, by way of impeachment pursuant to provision of Article 181 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Section 33 of the County Government Act 2012 and the standing order number 65 during today's afternoon sitting. Further aware that standing order number 65(3) of the County Assembly of Meru, standing orders obligate the County Assembly to consider the foreseen motion for the removal of the governor by impeachment upon expired of the 7 days after the notice is given. Cognizant of the fact that the County Assembly regular sittings are scheduled for Tuesday and Wednesday during a regular session in line with the provision of standing order number 31(1). Now, therefore, this Honorable Assembly resolves that pursuant to provision of standing order number 31(3)(c) to sit on Thursday, the 8th day of August 2024, commencing 10 a.m. for purposes of considering the special motion for the removal from the office of the Governor Meru County, Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, by way of impeachment. Mr. Speaker, before I call Honorable DMK Kiogora to second, Mr. Speaker, I would wish to say that according to the move of the motion, is saying that she's saying that you have a very important day, or we have a very important business that is supposed to be carried, and is within our duty to do the oversight and to do what you're supposed to do. Mr. Speaker, these are business or that has schedules or the business that have limited time to be carried out. And Mr. Speaker, because we all know our days of sittings are Tuesday and Wednesday, and we have to do this within the given period or the given time. That's why the reason that, Mr. Speaker, I come with this motion that we sit tomorrow so that you can consider so that you can consider that business. Mr. Speaker, Tuesday on 8th, this is the day that we are going to consider this business. So I urge all members to support this motion and make sure that we pass it so as we can do our business as required. Mr. Speaker, I beg or I call Honorable DMK Kiogora to second the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Leader Majority, Patrick Mutuma. Yes, Honorable DMK Kiogora.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Kiogora DMK, MCA for Abogeta West and the Minority Party Chief Whip. I stand to second the motion by the Majority Leader that this Assembly sits on Thursday next week to dispense of a matter that is of importance to this county, that is of public importance, and a matter that has strict timelines that have to be obeyed and have to be followed. So, Mr. Speaker, I support the motion. I second the motion.
Thank you, Honorable DMK Kiogora. Honorable members, pursuant to provision standing order number 54(1), I now propose the question which is aware that a notice of motion for the removal from office of the Governor, Meru County, Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, by way of impeachment pursuant to provisions of Article 181 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Section 33 of the County Government Act 2012, and standing order number 65 during today's afternoon sitting. Further, aware that standing order number 65-3 of the County Assembly of MERU standing orders obligates the County Assembly to consider the aforesaid motion for the removal of the governor by impeachment upon expiry of 7 days after notice is given. Cognizant of the fact that the County Assembly sittings are scheduled for Tuesdays and Wednesdays during regular sessions, in line with the provisions of standing order number 31-1. Now, therefore, this Honorable Assembly resolves that, pursuant to the provision standing order number 31-3C, to sit on Thursday, the 8th day of August, 2024, commencing 10 a.m. for purposes of considering the special motion for removal from the office the Governor Meru County, Honorable Kawira, by way of impeachment. Any member wishing to make a contribution can catch a speaker's eye. Honorable members, what is it? Yes, Honorable Murangiri.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. For the purpose of record, my name is Aurelio Murangiri Kiramana, representing the people of Mudara, and I wish to support the majority leader on this motion that the Assembly should sit on the proposed date, and this matter is of utmost importance to our county and for the well-being of our people. And should it mean that we ban the midnight oil so that we dispense it off, we are in support. Personally, I'm in support of having that sitting so that we can have this matter dispensed. So I do support the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Aurelio Murangiri. Since there's no debate on this, Honorable Majority Leader, please take floor and reply.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Silence means that they agree with what I say, or they support the motion that we sit on next week, Thursday, 8th day of August, 2024, to consider the said business. Mr. Speaker, I thank them all for contributing, those who have contributed, and I urge them to vote for the motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Leader Majority. Members, pursuant to provision standing order number 54-2, I now pose the question, which is, aware that a notice of motion for the removal from office the Governor Meru County Honorable Kawira by way of impeachment, pursuant to the provisions of Article 181 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Section 33 of the County Government Act 2012, and standing order number 65 during today's afternoon sitting. Further, aware that standing order number 65-3 of the County Assembly of Meru standing orders obligate the County Assembly to consider the aforesaid motion for the removal of the Governor by impeachment upon expiry of 7 days after notice is given. Cognizant of the fact that the County Assembly regular sittings are scheduled for Tuesdays and Wednesdays during regular sessions in line with the provisions of standing order number 31-1. Now, therefore, this Honorable Assembly resolves to the provisions of standing order number 31-3C to sit on Thursday, the 8th day of August 2024, commencing 10 a.m. for purposes of considering the special motion for removal from office the Governor Meru County Honorable Kawira by way of impeachment. Will as many of our similar opinions say aye? We as many of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it and the motion is passed. Clerk, can you take the next order?
Order number 9, motion by leave of the House.
Honourable members, we have a motion to be moved on the floor of the House by Honourable Felix Kithinji. Honourable Felix Kithinji, please take the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. For the purpose of record, I'm Honourable Felix Kithinji Mwirikintuo, representing the great people of RWARIA.